Hello, hello, lovely people. Did somebody ask for an unboxing video? No, I don't think so, but I'm still gonna do one because I just got this awesome brand new deck, and this one is by Esther and Jerry Hicks. It's called Getting Into the Vortex. And Nathan, if you're watching this, I think you're gonna love this. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna do probably a quick walkthrough, and then we'll do a card pull for you guys just to hear a message for today from your soul, your spirit guides, etc. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is Esther herself. And if you guys don't know about Abraham's teachings, I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, but just in case you don't, definitely check them out. There's like plenty of videos on YouTube by Esther who channels Abraham. This is basically your law of attraction 101 type of stuff. And vortex to me is kind of like when I hear getting into the vortex, I kind of think of it in terms of getting into the flow, which is not exactly the same thing, but it's very similar. So just kind of getting into a vibrational frequency that will allow you to manifest, basically, is what it is. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, okay, let's see what we got. It says a deck of 60 relationship cards. I didn't even realize it was a relationship. I thought it was just like general getting into the vortex cards. But so what do we have here? It says my life is about my relationships. By the way, they all have numbers, so that's useful. Definitely 60 of them. Just making sure. And then there's a message on the front of the card, and then an extended message in the back. That which is like unto itself is drawn, which is a more complicated way of saying that you attract what you are, right? The law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. Every relationship I establish is eternal. I love the images. Do you guys like this? It's very abstract and just very unique. I really like this. I also like the color scheme in these cards. They're more like purple / dark blue and green. Really like these. The cardstock is pretty awesome. Very sturdy. But let's go on. My relationships are supposed to feel good. Duh. I think we forget about that one a lot. My most important relationship is with my source. My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. I'm a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. This is one of the key concepts in Abraham's teachings. The essence of my every desire can be fulfilled. I have control of the vibration I offer. And this is where I feel like, if you're Neville Goddard's fans, this is one of the biggest differences between the law of attraction and the law of assumption, because in the law of assumption, your vibration, it's not really that important. Like, it's not discussed nearly as much as in the law of attraction. But at the same time, Neville does talk a lot about our state of being. And basically that state of being is all about how would it feel to already have what you want, right? Which sounds very similar to the law of attraction. But in the law of attraction, it's all about like positive vibrations and like emanating those vibrations and frequencies to quote unquote attract what it is that you want to manifest, right? But in the law of assumption, it's not so much about the frequency that you emit into the world. It's more about the frequency of the state that you would have if you already had your desire manifested. God, I hope that makes sense. I think I just made it more complicated. I was trying to make it easier to understand, but I'm not sure if I succeeded on this one. So anyway, but I was just trying to say that vibration thing is definitely more of a law of attraction concept. So there's that. Okay, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. Not only can you, but you should. My every thought is attracting its vibrational essence. See, once again, we're talking about vibrations and stuff. Babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. And I don't know how I feel about this one, to be honest. I think that when it comes to babies, it's actually more than anything about our soul plan for this lifetime, you know? So it's kind of like we as as a soul, we choose where we're going to be born, what parents we're going to have, the location, the geographical location, the language we're going to speak, stuff like that. And I feel like babies aren't really, well, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for all the babies because I don't remember anything about being a baby, to be honest. So who knows? If you actually remember yourself as a baby, I would love to get a comment from you about this. And maybe if you could tell us, like, what memories do you have as a baby? Are they a lot more adult-like than you think a baby, like, it would make sense for a baby to have? I mean, I love those stories. It's very, very interesting to me. And I sometimes get stories like that when I listen to the NDE videos, which I am also kind of obsessed about. But still, it's so fascinating to me because it's one of those things that I feel like 99.9% of people do not remember. And one of the things that you can access those memories probably through like ayahuasca or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't even know. But then you can't always verify that they're true. So anyway, it's just always questioning stuff, of course. Okay, I have complete control over my own thoughts. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Yep. By default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. Relationships I don't want clarify those I do want. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. Flawed premises can attract true unwanted evidence. A belief is only a thought I keep thinking, and this is so important to remember. I feel like we get so stuck in our own ways, and we often forget that our thoughts are a habit. Basically, thoughts lead to beliefs, and beliefs lead to habits, ultimately. So it's just one of those things that's really, really important to watch out your mental diet. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Yeah, that's another thing is like we have to focus on how it feels, right? In the law of attraction, that's very, very important. The fact that it feels good, like it really resonates with you, essentially, your manifestation. My manifestations are the indicators of my beliefs. That's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system, or aka intuition. Causing pain for others would attract pain to me. But I feel like we all know this. I will not try to control the uncontrollable. For all my little control freaks out there, just like I am, hang in there. Just remember, you can't control everything, and that's okay. Billions of us are living in perfect diversity. I seriously love these images. They're so cute. Ugh, totally resonating with me. There are many right ways for us to behave. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. Our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. I came as an extension of source energy, or God. I don't know why people are so afraid of using the word God nowadays. Like, it's not at all religious in my mind, you know what I mean? So when I hear people being like really weird about it, I'm like, what's the problem? It's just, God is the same thing as the source. Why not just call it God? It's like a more, I don't know, like, I just feel like it's one of those words that like everybody's used to now. But anyways, without the religious connotation, obviously. Okay, our source is one of love, not condemnation. You know, sometimes I wonder, is that true? What do you think? I know it's kind of, that's just me trying to play like devil's advocate. And of course, I subscribe to the same idea that our source is love. But what if our source is like completely neutral? Can you imagine? Anyway, just a little weird thought that I had recently. I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. I feel like, even though that sounds very true, it's also almost like your inspired action, it doesn't even feel like action necessarily. You know what I mean? It's like you have this inkling, oh, I should go and get some coffee with a friend or whatever. You know what I mean? Just like hang out with someone that I haven't seen in ages. And then you hang out with them and something crazy happens where like it leads to a manifestation of yours, for example, right? So I don't know, it just feels like a natural thing to do. So it's not necessarily like super pleasurable or, you're just like super, super happy during the inspired action, although you might be, but it might just be an action that just feels natural to you. So that's my 2 cents, of course. I have the power to direct my own thoughts. My imagination attracts all cooperative relationships. My attention to unwanted can't defy the law of attraction. I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. That's a very important point. I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. Okay, so we're like more than halfway through. I feel like we only have like maybe 20 left, but gonna have to wrap this up soon. So I'm gonna do a message now. Hopefully this was enough for you guys to kind of get a good review of the cards and like what they look like, the messages that we're getting. So let's do a message right now, right? Okay, so this message is gonna pertain to an important relationship of yours that has been on your mind a lot. And let's just see what your spirit guides / your soul / God / source / whoever the heck you believe in or whatever you believe in wants you to know right now. And this is, of course, timeless, so a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this, this is something that you need to hear and know and remember and consider. So let's do... How many cards should we do? Man, I so wish I could, like, do this in real time, so I would hear you guys reply to my random questions that I ask and then have to, like, answer myself. Jesus. Okay, let's do 3 cards. And if that's the number that you thought in your mind, then you're welcome. I just telepathically picked up on it. Because we're all energy and we're all intertwined and we're all one. As I'm sure I've heard before. Okay, so... let's do this. Okay, I pulled out 3 cards as promised, and let's read the messages first and then I'll give you my interpretation. Okay, this one says, I'll not ask others to become indifferent for me. That's for my control freaks out there again. Our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled, believe it or not. Okay, so let's see this one. I will not ask others to become different for me. Let your vibrational relationship escrow percolate and give it your undivided attention so that you become a vibrational match to it. And then, when the law of attraction brings all of it together, there aren't any bugs to work out. Do not ask the person who helped you to define what you want, to become what you want, so that you can have what you want. Instead, use your willpower to focus upon what you want, and then the universe will bring you what you want. I hope you got that. When you remember that nothing... Hold on one sec, it's not even focused. Damn it, sorry. When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation of it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others adds to the balance and the well-being of your planet, even if they offer behavior that you don't approve of, and that you don't have to participate in the unwanted behavior, and will not unless you give your attention to it, you become more willing to allow others to live as they choose. Okay, sorry, did you get that? That was definitely a run-on sentence, if you ask me. But honestly, when I listen to Esther give Abraham's teachings, a lot of the time they do sound like run-on sentences that never end. Like, the message itself is awesome, okay, for sure. But, like, you just have to be in the right state, I guess, to really grasp it, because otherwise it's very easy to lose focus. Because she's channeling the stuff, and it just kind of comes in as like a stream of consciousness, you know? So yeah, run-on sentences all the way. Anyway, so basically what it's saying is that you don't have to participate in the unwanted behavior if you see some happen. And it doesn't have to be a part of your life unless you give attention to it. And it's all about your vibrational invitation of it. You know, so if you're a vibrational match to that quote unquote negative behavior, then this is what you're seeing around yourself. So it's more important to pay attention to stuff that you actually want to attract versus something negative that you can't stand and hate, and you just keep being a vibrational match if you keep paying attention to it. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and the last one is attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. It's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them, through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. Again, a very, very important point that I feel like we sometimes forget in our crazy lives. Okay. Wow, so I feel like literally all three of these relate, well, especially these two, they relate to our desire to control the other person. So whether it's like you're the one being controlled, but I feel like it's you who's trying to control the situation with your significant other, or whoever that person is in your mind. And basically the cards are saying, listen, just, yes, it's hard to give up the control, of course. Like, and we're just so used to it. And ever since we're little kids, we're told that in order to change something, we need to be proactive. We need to take action. We're the ones who need to, quote unquote, control something, the situation, right? Well, actually, when we're kids, like, we're constantly being told that we can't control anything. But then we grow up and we're always being told that we have to control everything. Anyway, so that doesn't help our fragile psyche. But either way, let's just say, ultimately, most of us, I don't even know anyone who's not a control freak, to be honest, okay? So I'll be the first to admit, like, I've been a control freak for most of my life. But that's only looking at it psychologically. And as someone who's been studying psychology since, like, I don't know, probably 10 years old, all this is our need to reduce our anxiety. That's really all that control is. You know, our need to control is just our discomfort with ambiguities, our discomfort with not knowing, like, what's going to happen? How are they going to change? How are they going to behave? Are they going to still love me? Like, how's our relationship going to be, like, later? Like, even if it's okay now. So it's almost like you're in this constant state of anxiety, and you can't, it's really hard to enjoy life when you're feeling like that, because even when things are good, quote unquote, you can't really fully enjoy it most of the time, because you're always thinking about, like, the future or the past, so you're not really, like, in the moment. And when you're in the moment, those are the best times, because you can really focus on, like, how awesome everything is, and you're like, oh, I don't know what the hell I was freaking out about. So anyway, so this message more than anything is about you allowing the universe or your higher self or God, whatever is comfortable to you, to do the other part of co-creation. So we're always co-creating our experiences, right? And if you're doing your part by being the best person you can be, by really working on your mental diet, working on your self-concept, really being clear about the goals that you want in life, so it's easy for you to align with them, then let the universe handle the rest. My God. You guys, it makes life so much easier. Like, we think that if we stop controlling stuff, everything is gonna, like, fall apart. But it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, most of the time, when we actually let the universe do what it's supposed to be doing, things come together so much easier. Oh my God. And you were just like amazed at the fact that, oh, I didn't even have to like worry about that stuff. I didn't have to like follow up on that. It just happened and it was effortless and awesome. But to help you with this, it's very important to keep reminding yourself every single day, as often as you can, to like really be working on your self-concept and your affirmations, and to keep reminding yourself that everything is working out in my favor. I don't have to control anything. Life is seamless. It's awesome. It's effortless. It's fun. Everything I want is just happening like in the easiest, funnest way possible. And I'm so excited that it's not nearly as hard as things used to be for me in my relationships. So stop putting all this pressure on yourself and the other person to be a certain way. Even if this is you stepping out of your comfort zone, that's the only way we can grow, right? That's literally the only way we can change stuff is by stepping out of our comfort zone. So if being in control is a huge part of your identity, self-identity, and your comfort zone, then just experiment with it a little bit here and there. Don't make it crazy. Don't like obsess over it, but just see what happens if instead of controlling something all the time, you take a step back and be like, the universe has got my back, so I don't have to control every single little thing about this person or the situation. And actually, I'm curious to see how it works out because I know it's going to work out in the most beautiful freaking way possible. I think that's the biggest message here. And also the fact that it's okay that we're all different. It's okay that we're all different. And this one also says the same thing. Us being different is a very, very important part of this human experience. Can you imagine if we all thought alike, if we all did the same things, if everything in our lives was like super, super similar? What the hell would be the point of even incarnating in this, on this earth plane? You know what I mean? So accepting other people's differences and also allowing yourself to be different. Like when you know, maybe as a teenager, as a kid, like you thought, oh my God, I'm so weird, like I just don't belong, I'm so different in a bad way, right? But now you can embrace those differences. You can be like, fuck yeah, I'm different and I love it. Like, why the hell would I want to be the same as everybody else, right? And so, plus it's like literally impossible to be the same as everyone else anyway. So just putting your mind at ease that it's totally okay. It's not only okay, it's encouraged to be different. Just being yourself, whatever that really means to you. If you can be yourself while bringing something good into the world and obviously not harming anything or anyone and just really being your best self, then really that's what it's all about anyway. So yeah, so I feel like once again, this message is all about accepting other people's differences, accepting your own uniqueness and using it to do something good in the world and to be happy. And also trying to let go of this constant need for control, you know, and I feel your pain, trust me, like I have been there my whole life, so I get it. It's always easier said than done, of course, but still, may I just remind you that it's a habit nonetheless. Everything is a habit, like I've mentioned before. A thought leads to a belief, and then it leads to a habit. And so to break those habits, you have to change your thoughts, okay? So it's kind of, I mean, you know the stuff already. I don't have to regurgitate it over and over, but I feel like I'm still gonna anyway. And I don't know, I just hope this message helps somebody. Like it's a good reminder to someone that not everything in life needs to be controlled and it's okay. It's seriously just chill, relax, do you, focus on yourself, focus on feeling good, focus on feeling happy and doing stuff that you actually enjoy and love and hanging out with people you enjoy hanging out with, learning from your experiences. You know, if it's something negative, then you can always learn from it. You can always reframe the situation in a way that makes you grow from it, right? And if it's something positive, awesome, you can just enjoy the hell out of it, right? So okay, so that's my message for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. I'll include the link to this deck below. Really liking the images once again. And the messages are really nice too. Like I'm enjoying the short ones in the front because the longer ones, even though they're good to have because they're kind of like they go more in depth, But like I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of like long run-on sentences, so not trying to diss anybody, but I'm just saying. Anyways, okay, so I got to run, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you could hit that like button, it would mean the world to me. Or subscribe button, oh my god, that would be like incredible. Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I'm sending you so much love and light and positive energy, and I know you have what it takes to become the best freaking master manifester you can be. And you're on your way there. So, congrats. Okay, see you guys soon. And thanks again for watching. Okay, love you. Bye.